I'm going to do now is to help you to go into hypnosis. Only you can put yourself into hypnosis, but I will help you to do that. And one of the simple ways of doing that is to get you to start to focus on only one thing. Okay, so I'm going to use this watch. And all I want you to do is to keep your head still and just watch the watch. Focusing only on the watch. And the more you just watch the watch, the more you start to notice that your eyes become a little tired and start to feel heavy. And at some stage your eyes will feel so heavy you just can't keep them open. And whenever that happens, just allow your eyes to close and drop into hypnosis. That's it. Wonderful.
What actually is hypnosis and how does it work?
Hypnosis is a totally natural state of mind where you concentrate on one thing, absolutely one thing. When we are in hypnosis, all we notice is that we are wonderfully relaxed. And if all we did was hypnosis, all we would have is a wonderful state of relaxation. However, for therapy, it allows us to open access much more directly to the subconscious mind. It opens access to the imagination, to the memory. It allows us to change our habits. It can speed up our healing and all those things that the subconscious does for us.
You just said that hypnosis is totally natural state.
Yeah.
That people actually go into hypnosis several times a day. For example, when they are daydreaming or concentrating on something and losing completely track of time. So why on earth do we need hypnosis then?
Usually when we go into hypnosis totally naturally, all it does is to help us to become very relaxed. It helps us to concentrate on something. And actually the other advantage is it's often when the subconscious mind is searching for an answer for something, for the answer to a question that we've asked, like where did I leave my keys, or what was the name of that person in a photo that I can't remember at the moment. And the subconscious is using the memory just to work out the answer to some questions, and that's all it does. When we use hypnosis in therapy, we can access the emotions, we can change the habits, we can help people to be more motivated, we can do all those sort of things which can make a person have an even better style of life or an even better quality of life.
But why should anyone want to be hypnotized at all?
Well, there's a couple of reasons why somebody would want to be hypnotized. One of them is that because this is so natural, but because so few of us use this all the time, it's a way of training our mind in the way that the mind was designed to work.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a wonderful way to relax, to de-stress, and just to do that on our own has an advantage. But also there are some things where using the power of your own mind to make the changes in your life that you want to means that you are totally in control of your own therapy, because you have to want to make this happen, and in fact you make that happen. And it's not like you're asking somebody else to do it for you, or you are taking something into the body that might have side effects. You are doing something totally naturally to make your life so much better.
What about you? You're doing it as well?
Yeah,
every day?
I use hypnosis every day.
Like when you're daydreaming or just...
No, I deliberately have a self-hypnosis session every day, at least once, just for my own issues or my own...
To find keys? Or
No.
for example, why?
to create a much more positive state of mind for myself. But I also use hypnosis before each client, for instance, so that I can be much more focused on what I'm going to do in that session. And I find that makes a difference. Besides, I use hypnosis because it makes a wonderful difference to me. And if I didn't know that, how am I going to help anybody else with it?
Those people who believe in reincarnation say that sometimes the problems in this life result from the events in our past life. And when we go back to our previous life, we can actually see the reasons of those problems we have in this life. Is this possible? Is that true?
The simple answer is yes. And I've seen that happen. And so I know it can happen. How that happens is very simply that the energy that we have from each life comes with us into our new life. If in a previous life we have unresolved issues, then that unresolved energy from those issues can come back to us, and it still is wanting to be resolved. Now, it might result in a pain somewhere in the body, or a memory, a thought, or an emotion. If we go back to the time when that memory, thought, emotion, whatever, was caused, then we can have a chance in therapy to do something about that. And there are various techniques to use. But once that's resolved, that energy is clear, and it does not affect us in any future life. It's never dangerous to go back to a previous life, because all you're doing is going back to something that is already in the past. And you can't change that, but you have a chance to, for instance, to do things that you didn't do in that life, which might resolve the problem that you have in this life. For instance, you might have the chance to say to somebody that you were sorry that you did that. You can't undo what has happened, but you might now have a chance to say, you might take the chance to say that you're sorry that you did that. You might be able to hear what the impact was from the other person and grow in your own understanding as a way to resolving the differences that were caused from that life. But the other thing is that people who also believe in past lives would also have very strongly in their understanding that we are here in each life to learn a lesson. And sometimes those lessons are tough, and sometimes those lessons are easy. And at the end of that life, the only real important thing is, have I learnt the lesson? The best way to learn a lesson is to experience something. Whether you are somebody who does something to other person or to have something done to you. And over the series of many, many, many past lives, we get to experience both sides of the issue. And it's not a matter of something being right or wrong, it's a matter of did I learn? But we can still resolve the differences that we may have been involved in a past life by revisiting the past life and coming to those understandings and forgivenesses with the people. So it doesn't take very long to help somebody to go into hypnosis, and when you learn this for yourself, you can do it quite quickly. And in fact, I talked about training the mind, and the more you do the training, the more you practice, the more you do this, the easier it is and the quicker it is. And some people do it just to have 5 minutes relaxation.
So this it's possible to learn how to do how to hypnotize yourself practically.
Absolutely. And I know of people who, for instance, used to smoke and go outside for 5 minutes every hour or so, and they stopped smoking with hypnosis, enjoyed the hypnosis so much, they learned to do it for themselves, and instead of going outside with a cigarette, they would stay in their office and do hypnosis with themselves for 5 minutes, just to relax.
Instead of smoking.
Instead of smoking.
Yes, I've heard that hypnosis is used for many different. It has many. How can I say it? Very.
You can use it for many things.
Yeah, you can use hypnosis for very many things.
Yeah.
It is that past life regression is just one of those.
Yeah. And I help people to stop smoking, and I help people to relax, and I help people to lose weight, and I help people to get over all sorts of fears and anxieties. I do a lot of work with people with stress, helping people to relax, helping people to concentrate better, to learn better, to be more motivated.
And it really works.
And it really works. It really works. Because once people learn how to use their mind, they are doing the sort of things that they should be able to do.